But this is, as Connor said, the Cavemen Media Podcast, and I'm your host, Cody, at Sports.Ohio. I'm joined here by the little brother, at Real Connor Gray. Connor, how are you?
Very well.
Well, good. And Matt, the ranger here. He's a park ranger down at the great parks of Hamilton County.
Hey, there you go.
Matt the ranger, at Matt the ranger. You can follow him. And that's all we got here today. That's just the three of us, the three amigos, the three best friends that anybody can have. That's us.
Sure.
We do want to announce, we had to have a little bit of announcement before we do get into our beautiful podcasts. Jordan Lease, at Jordan Lease on Twitter and Instagram, has separated from Cavemen Media due to just...
reasons that will not be disclosed.
Okay, that's fine. Reasons that will be disclosed.
Not be disclosed.
Oh, not be disclosed. I'm sorry.
Cody's an open book.
So we're going to tell them or we're not going to tell them?
We're not going to tell them. That's what not be disclosed means.
I thought disclosed meant
West
like
Carrollton
it's
education.
closed.
Maybe I'm right?
Yeah,
Okay. I thought so.
God. So, with that, Jordan no longer with us, three of us. We're searching for a fourth for this podcast. So, if you're interested in joining the @Cavemen Media team, let us know. We're going to tweet out an application. We're going to put it on all the social media platforms. You fill out that application. You send it back to us. You could be sitting right there next to Matt the Ranger on Cavemen Media.
You will not be compensated for your hard work.
There's no compensation. We can say that.
Oh, we take all the money.
Yep. All the money goes straight into my wallet. But yeah, if you want to...
You will be paid in beer.
What's that?
Must be 21 or older.
Absolutely. Must be 21 years or older. You can join our crew. If you want to, let us know. Tweet us. Let us know. We're going to do an extensive research for this person. It's not just going to be some Joe Schmo off the street.
Must have a clean record, too.
Yep.
Clean record, Matt the Ranger. He will run your background.
We need references.
You need references.
13 of them.
13 references.
What's it called? Form of employment?
2 forms of ID. Yep.
Forms of
What
ID.
were you
Not forms of employment. What's it called?
Previous
Verification of
employment
employment or whatever it's called.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Credit check.
Connor wants that. So we will be running your credit score. So anything
800 or above.
Yeah.
Nah,
Anything.
We got to put a credit card in
650
your
or
name.
below.
Anything
just
below
don't even
600,
apply.
you're done. Don't even think about it. I think there is a $1,000 entry fee.
Yep.
Yep.
Each of us.
Yep, 1,000 each. Yep. We might think of more. We'll let you know. But yeah, join us here at Cavemen Media. Fill out the application, send it back. We'll go through them. There's probably gonna be hundreds coming through, so we will get
At
through
least
that.
500.
Absolutely. Make sure you guys are watching us on YouTube. Subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you get your podcasts, and you can interact with us on all social media platforms at Cavemen Media. And make sure you listen to our other podcast at Extra Football XFL. We do giveaways. We do a lot. So make sure you're with us. We got March Madness coming up. We will be sending that out. You can join our bracket challenge. We haven't decided the prize yet on that, but last year we did a $50 Amazon gift card, so it'll be something in the realm of that.
I say we go big this year.
Go big this year? March Madness?
$75 gift card.
$75 gift card. My voice is a little tired from screaming into a microphone. My voice
is a little tired.
A little tired.
And the voice
just
tired.
I thought he said tirey.
just finished announcing 2 basketball games, so I'm a little not under the weather, but a little running out of fuel here.
Be all right.
Brag
running on 20 pizza rolls and a hot dog.
Yeah, that's me today. 20 pizza rolls and a hot dog. That's a heck of a day. All right, let's get into our favorite segment, Bring It to the Table. Connor, lead us off. What are you bringing to the table today? The poker table, to be exact.
By the way, Matt's first podcast in the poker room.
Hey, give it up for me.
Yeah. Matt's first podcast in the poker room. Hey, thanks, Matt. Welcome to the poker room.
Hey, thank you.
All right, this is my Bring It to the Table. So you guys have seen those tweets going around where it's like a certain item, places, things, and you pick like A through F and then 1 through 6 and then A through F again.
Yeah.
This is fast food edition.
Okay.
Fast food edition. So, out of these 5, Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, Sonic, Five Guys, Whataburger. What are you going with?
Whataburger.
Solid.
I'm going to have to go Five Guys because I've never had Whataburger.
Whataburger.
But I feel like if I had it,
down
I
south,
like it.
So good.
Only had it twice. I'm going to go Wendy's.
Not a big Wendy's guy.
Well,
doesn't do anything
if it was either Five Guys or then Burger King for me.
I feel like Five Guys should be the same
King.
Conversation with those places, though. Five Guys is
I
notch up.
didn't make the list. Next one, 1 through 6. Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, KFC, Pizza Hut, Papa John's, Domino's.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, lock it.
Chick-fil-A all the way. I love KFC, and I love all three of those pizza places, but got to go Chick-fil-A.
Papa John's is terrible.
Last but not least, you got Subway, Chipotle, Firehouse Subs, Moe's, which I've never heard of, Panda Express, and Jimmy John's.
So Moe's Southwest Grill. It's pretty good.
Chipotle. I don't think you could go wrong with Chipotle.
I'm also going to go Chipotle.
I'm going to go against you guys and say Firehouse Subs.
Wow.
Pass. Not a big Firehouse Sub
I was
guy.
just about to say that Firehouse Subs is the worst restaurant ever created.
Don't love it.
They donate their money to the fire department.
Well, their
That's
food
great.
sucks.
Food's just not that
yeah.
good.
I don't care what they do with their money. Their food's awful.
I mean,
Their
I eat
subs
it,
are like
but-
hospital food.
Have you never... Their cheesesteaks are amazing.
Never had a cheesesteak from there.
Well, there's your problem.
Well, maybe next time I'll
Had
get
one a couple weeks ago. Penn Station. Way better.
Well, yeah, but Penn Station not an
I
option.
know. I understand. I wouldn't mark Panda Express out right away there either.
I've never had Panda Express.
Not a big Panda
Really?
Express
Not a big
guy.
Chinese guy. You had sake last night. You like
I
Chinese.
love Chinese, just never been. Usually I see them in airports, and I think there's one up by your work.
There
but
is. It's pretty good.
Just never where I'm at.
All right, so here's my segment for you guys here. Bring it to the table.
The surprise.
This is interesting. This is CBSNews.com. So I
Legit.
think that's real. Here's the
Heard of
title: Caitlyn Jenner to pose nude for Sports Illustrated cover.
Hell yeah.
The
Former Olympian who is now a girl poses nude for magazine.
A Facebook friend of mine shared this on Facebook. Here is his caption to this shared link.
This is his caption.
This is his personal. So he shared the link and then he wrote above it. He wrote, "Get the lotion ready."
I like it already.
Took the words out of my mouth.
That's right. Caitlyn Jenner to pose nude. Sports Illustrated.
Oh, is that
cover.
it?
That's it. That's just. I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts on that. If you're gonna buy that edition, pick that up at your local Kmart magazine section.
Gonna blow Alex Morgan out of the water.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I've never bought one yet, but I'm definitely buying this one.
Yeah, that'll be definitely their most sold.
It'll be on my
cover.
wall.
Can't wait.
I hope there's a full-size poster inside of it.
Matt, what are you bringing to the table today?
So did you guys watch Daytona 500 this week?
Did
Nope.
not. Tried to watch it on Sunday, but got rained out.
Well, I'm sure you've seen.
I've heard, absolutely. I know where this is
seen the
going.
crash.
Yes.
So did you know he still finished 7th place out of all that?
That's
He
bullshit.
shoulda got
He
first.
shoulda
He got
first.
screwed.
Yeah.
He got screwed. He would have
he
won
just
for
slid
sure.
across the. So a lot of people are giving Danny Hamlin, who was the winner, a lot of crap, I guess, because he was celebrating.
Yeah.
But
He didn't
in his
know.
defense, he had no clue what was going on.
He didn't know he wrecked.
He knew he wrecked, but he
he
had no
just
idea the
didn't
severity. Their
know.
track is so big. I mean, they literally have a lake in the middle of the track. It's like, what, 2.5 miles
Yeah.
around the track?
Yeah. It's 500 miles in general, and they do 200 laps, so
Yeah.
whatever that equals out to.
So 2.75 miles around the track. That's a big track. So, I mean, they're crossing the finish line. The wreck is a half a mile behind them. They're celebrating in Victory Lane, another half mile away from there. So, I mean, I don't give them any.
I
don't
just feel
hold
bad
it
for
against
him
them
because
for-
I feel like it kind of takes away from his.
a little bit.
This is
yeah.
probably a dream. It's like winning the Super Bowl for a football
And the
player.
only
Yeah,
reason
there's
that we
definitely an
are
asterisk
defending
next to
him,
this
the only
one.
reason we are defending him, obviously, is because Newman is okay.
Yeah.
He was
He
non-life
was
threatening.
speaking today.
Speaking
serious
today.
injuries, but non-life threatening.
Right. But I mean, at the time, I mean, the wreck was insane. He got slid out from behind, slams into the wall, goes airborne, tumbles a couple times, and then just slides hundreds of feet.
Yeah, I was watching it and I couldn't wrap my mind around that there's a person inside of that car.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's nuts.
So a lot of
Insane.
people, it reminded him of the Dale Earnhardt crash.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
lot of people.
a
were
day
comparing it to
before.
that.
Yeah.
It's
A
been
day before.
19 years since.
Yeah. That's all I had.
Somebody tweeted the scene from Cars where the
I saw
car
you,
wrecks.
you said
Yeah.
delete this now.
No, that's just not funny. It's not.
The only reason we can remotely laugh at it is because
He is okay, but still.
But I mean,
in
I would
critical
assume he's
conditions.
probably going to be out for the season, NASCAR wise.
I mean, if that was a personal car, though, there's no chance someone
toasted,
survives that.
Yeah.
Or if
I mean,
that was
going
even
200 miles an hour,
10 years ago in NASCAR, nobody
Yeah,
surviving
for
that.
sure. Very, very lucky. I got some. Speaking of accidents, I guess this is an accident. The the Mason Rudolph, Miles Garrett saga continues.
I wouldn't call this an
Saga.
accident.
You wouldn't call it what?
An accident.
An
I think he
accident?
called him the N-word on purpose.
No,
I guess
I
so.
don't think he called him anything. I think Myles Garrett whacked him upside the head with a helmet on purpose.
Look,
so the story is Myles Garrett is the reason that there is no audio on this is because
who said this?
The NFL, Myles Garrett. I don't know. When Myles was tackling him and landed on him, there was people around, but not close enough at the time.
Of course not.
So that's when Rudolph said the N-word.
So when nobody was there.
So when nobody was there to hear but Myles.
No, they can literally hear everything.
Now, the only way it would get picked up is if it was in Rudolph's helmet and they said that the mic was shut down at the time. I don't know.
There's definitely audio of it. It's the NFL. They have audio of literally everything.
I understand, but like the center was mic'd up, and then they obviously have the mics on the sideline.
Yeah, so they had the mics on the
sideline.
They had mics in the end zone.
Neither of them were close enough to hear.
They were on the 3 or 4 yard line.
No, they were at like the 15-yard line. But they weren't at the 3-yard line. They were
close
like 15
enough
to 20
there was
yard
a
line.
man standing in the end zone with one of those big
it wouldn't pick it up. Would not pick it up. Myles was laying on top of him when he said it.
Of course.
My thing is, I want to believe Myles because he's on my team, and obviously if you're a Steelers fan, you want to believe Mason because he's on your team. That's fine. My thing is, I get from both sides of it. I don't know why Myles, after his suspension has been over with, he's reinstated now. Why would he need to come out and double down on this?
Trying to save his character. Save his image, trying to justify his action.
Just let it be. It's done.
I think it's done.
He
would have just let it go. But if he feels this strongly that happened, then why go on a national TV show?
Have called him a liar that now he's going to double down on.
Honestly, it felt like that part of it was forgotten about. That he accused him of that. I feel like that was forgotten about, and to now be involved in a potential lawsuit. Why continue it?
Like you said, I'm a little biased. I'm on Mason Rudolph's side. Yeah, I don't know if you've heard Mike Thomas has made a statement now.
I did hear, yeah.
You're a little biased because you're a Browns fan.
Yeah.
So how about Twitter?
I just want to
give us your thoughts.
I just want to say that I am not biased because I hate the Steelers and I hate the Browns. I side with Myles. I think that Rudolph said something because he's a douchebag and he looks racist.
So Cavemen Media is looking for a third person.
So tweet us. Let us know what you think. We'll put out a poll when this comes out and give us your thoughts. Did Mason Rudolph use a racial slur? Yes? No?
No.
Yes. 50-50 start.
66%? Yes. Well, and from, like I said, I don't get why Myles would double down on it, and I don't know why Rudolph would double down on his defense if he didn't say it. So
because he said the N-word or something similar.
Well, if he did say it, I get why he would double down. I'm not saying he didn't say it, but I don't think he said it at all. I mean, he's not going to openly come out and be like, "Yeah, I said it."
I mean, if he did come out and say that, that's why I feel like the NFL is protecting him, because if that came out that he did say the N-word to Myles Garrett, 1, his career is over. 2, he'll be receiving death threats.
I feel like, though, the NFL wouldn't be hiding it. That at least the Pittsburgh Steelers organization would know about it, and Mike Tomlin would not be defending him on ESPN.
You can't tell the Pittsburgh organization. If you tell them, it's out. It's done.
See, I don't think the NFL would hide it.
I think they would. I think they'd
there's
have
nothing
to.
there.
Oh, man.
Mason is a saint.
He's a tool bag
he sucks
either
at
way.
Football too.
And he's a third-string quarterback.
He's second string now. Ducky is third.
Who's first, Ben?
Big Ben.
He still plays football?
Yep.
No.
What a quarterback group.
All he does is eat Funyuns.
What a quarterback group. A rapist, a racist, and a duck hunter.
Well, you got a guy getting a BJ behind the Cheesecake Factory.
That's way better than all of those things.
Better than those 3.
I mean,
I got a Christian, and I got the goat of goats coming in.
What a quarterback room they got in Pittsburgh. And you don't have a Christian. He's going to Chicago or something. He's gone.
Well, as of right now, he is a Christian.
They're working through a trade now.
He's a family man.
I've heard Joe Burrow, or they're looking for a trade for the first pick too.
Somebody, a Browns fan, tried to say trade Baker Mayfield and the 10th pick this year to the Bengals for number 1.
Is that what you guys have? Is the 10th pick?
We have 10. Yeah, we'll take offensive line.
Did you trade for that?
No, we suck that bad.
Yeah, they suck.
That's probably the highest draft pick you've had in a while, though.
What do you mean? We picked
or
number
the last
1
like
4 years. It picked top 5.
I meant like the highest number.
Oh, gotcha. Last year we were 17. So
Wow.
How about that?
Last year you were 17?
Yeah, but we traded it away.
I want to say you definitely had the number 1 pick, didn't you?
No, that was 2 years ago.
Oh.
No, they drafted on this.
Didn't you have number 1 pick 2 years ago?
We got Miles, then we got Baker. Then we had a good season, drafted at 17, but traded that pick for OBJ. Didn't pick till the second round.
Gotcha.
All right, that's enough. That took way longer than I had expected, but I had to get that out there. All right, so this is a new segment that we are going to share with you guys on all social media platforms, and we're going to call it Ask the Boys. This segment, we want you to reach out to us, tweet us, message us. You can message us privately in our DMs. We can keep you anonymous. That's totally fine if that's what you want. But we're going to give some advice. So Ask the Boys. This is our first ever time doing this. And we can pick more than one per show if we get that many. So make sure you send us your questions. It can be advice related to anything. Sports, gambling. It can be girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever you want. Food for dinner. Where should you go out to eat? School. Absolutely anything. That could be a math question. I don't care.
Wear?
Yeah, absolutely.
Please don't tweet
Send
us
it to
math
us. So this is our
questions.
first one. This comes from Isaac on Twitter.
Isaac.
I'm not going to send out his @name because I didn't get approval for that. At Isaac. Isaac tweets us. It says, quote, @Cavemen Media. My ex-girlfriend wants to get back together. She drove me crazy while we were together. However, she is smoking hot and the sex was great. Is good sex worth the constant headache?
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to take this one.
Go ahead.
Isaac, my guy. First off, you answered the question in the first sentence. She's crazy, which means crazy good sex. So, I want to say that you're thinking with your wrong head right now.
What head's that?
I'm not going to say that. But just know you're thinking with your wrong head. You need to think with your noggin, your brain, and get as far away from possible from this girl.
I concur with you, Connor. I agree. Although the sex is great,
I go for the crazy
you
sex.
don't want to be locked in this relationship with the headache.
If you make
forever.
her mad, you know she's gonna.
But once you get too far in, it comes to a certain point. I guess we should ask Isaac how long they've been together, because then that would give us a better gauge. If you guys been together for 3 years and you finally broke up, don't get back together.
No.
It's time to move on. If that's that bad of a headache, you got to move on.
If you only been together a couple months and you already broke up,
that's true too. But hey, good job on the sex.
Yeah.
Solid advice there, boys.
You know what? If she's hot, you do you.
You do you. If it's Friday night, it's getting late, send her the you up text. It's fine.
You know what? Here, I'll give you a rule. Only if you're drunk.
That could go
doesn't count
so
if you're
many
drunk.
different ways. That could go so many different ways. Hopefully that helps, Isaac. I don't know if we gave you an answer there or not, but best of luck to you. And make sure you send us your question. Ask the Boys. Send them to us at Cavemen Media.
You can DM them on Twitter, Instagram,
Facebook. Text me.
You can text us
whatever.
if you want to.
Send us your question, and we'll give you some advice. We'll send you I'm 25. I got a little bit of knowledge. Matt's like 47, so he knows a lot. Connor's still young. He's 22.
2.5.
22.
Yep.
So he doesn't know much.
Yeah.
But
I don't know much. Okay.
Matt, you got some article that you wanted to share with us?
Yeah, I have a follow-up to a news article I shared.
Okay.
I don't know, several episodes ago. So back last September, a man, I don't know if you remember me telling the story, robbed a bank. He walked in and handed the teller a note and said, "This is a robbery? Give me all your money." Teller immediately called the police. Police showed up, arrested him. He had no weapons on him. He told the police he was robbing the bank so he can go to jail to get away from his wife. He should have just tweeted us.
He should have tweeted us and asked us for advice. We'd have got him out of it.
Would have not said go to the bank and rob.
That would not have been our advice, but go ahead.
Well, last week he got sentenced finally. He got 12 months of house arrest.
Wow.
Yikes.
With his wife.
That's
Yikes.
Locked in the house. So
Karma's a B. Ooh.
Let's see what he does this time. I mean,
he's definitely going to violate that house arrest. I can guarantee that.
the question is, though, does your wife stay?
That's
you
what I was
just
gonna
robbed
say.
a bank to get away from me.
I want to give some advice to the wife. Just leave. Just leave.
Or, depending on the guy, depends what side you want to side on, torture him. Torture him. He tried to rob a bank.
I say, yeah, if he tried to rob a bank, he could probably harm you.
Yeah, he handed
Although
him,
he
handed him
didn't-
a post.
Yeah,
I need more
although he didn't
details.
take any weapons, he just gonna say, "Hey, I'm gonna rob you."
So what?
That's why he got house arrest and not prison time. He had
So this
no
guy,
weapons.
he's on house arrest, so he's got nothing to do. He's probably listened to our podcast. So
I would
go
assume
ahead
so.
and tweet us and give us an update. We want more details on the relationship. We need to decide which side we're on. Are we on the wife's side or the husband's side?
And
So,
this time next year, we'll bring you on the show when you can leave the house.
yeah, absolutely. 12 months from now, we'll bring the podcast to you. Even that's
Yeah.
a possibility.
Plot twist. This guy is Isaac.
Isaac, dude, what did you do? Oh man. Oh jeez.
Man.
How about this though? Matt wants to talk about one of the all-time greatest, I think, talk shows of all time.
I want to get carried
Talk
away.
shows?
It was just
Probably.
on.
Dr. Phil.
Oh my God!
You ever watch
that's
Dr.
a
Phil,
talk
Connor?
show?
I think so.
I mean, he's a
therapy
medically-
show. I
A
don't know,
medical
he's a doctor. They
he
talk.
knows what he's doing.
You ever watch
Don't
Dr.
I?
How much Dr. Phil have you watched in your life, Connor?
The only thing I know about Dr. Phil is he had the Catch Me Outside.
Catch Me
show.
Outside.
Yeah.
How about that?
That
How
did
about
happen.
that?
How about that?
That's all I know.
That's all he has on his show is just a bunch of hoodlums.
I also know he's bald, and I
For the
also
most
know
part.
that he was in Saw.
Was he?
Yep, one of them, maybe three.
That's a fun fact we didn't know.
No, I knew
I did
it.
not.
He had
Well-
to cut off his foot.
I wonder if that happened in real life. He probably just
Dr.
stitch it back
Phil
together.
was in
In
Saw,
Saw. Yep.
and he cut off his foot.
Yeah, I swear. He might
Go
not.
ahead.
It
While
might have been
Connor's
arm.
researching that, Matt, what did you want to talk about Dr. Phil today?
All right. So we were watching, me and Brooke were watching Dr. Phil today.
Who's Brooke?
Brooke is a girl I live with.
That you're not married to, but have been together for how long and have 2 kids. Sorry,
Several
didn't mean to
years.
interrupt.
But you did.
So Dr. Phil and Shaq were in a scene together when they were kidnapped by Jigsaw. Saw 4.
Wow.
This says who plays Dr. Phil in Scary Movie. It's Dr. Phil.
In Scary Movie.
Not
making
Scary Movie.
fun
no.
of Saw. He wasn't in Saw. He was
Oh,
in
okay.
Scary Movie.
Come
Yeah, that makes
That's
on.
exactly when you said that. That's exactly what I thought. I'm like, that sounds like a Scary Movie type thing,
Yeah.
not a
Correct.
actual Saw movie type thing. That's hilarious. Dr. Phil, Shaq cutting off the foot in the same room. That is funny.
And the Shaq, he had to try and shoot a rock, and if he made it, their chains would come off, and he couldn't make it.
I do.
See,
I remember
that-
this.
That is hilarious. I love that. All right.
Anyway,
so
what were you
in
talking about?
serious Dr. Phil news, go ahead.
All right, back to me. Are we good?
Sure.
All right. So I was watching Dr. Phil, and they were interviewing
On Scary Movie?
interviewing these. I believe it was 4 kids from prison.
4 kids from
They
prison.
were juveniles back in 2014 and broke into a home in Indiana. While breaking into the home, they didn't realize the homeowner was home. Homeowner walked out on them, and they started to run away. There was 5 of them in general. They all ran away while the homeowner opened fire, shooting one and killing the other. The teens were sentenced to murder. They were charged with murder and sentenced to 45 to 50 years in prison.
Kids who robbed the place?
Yeah.
How did
Just
they
want
get
to
murdered?
that. I just want to get your guys' thoughts on
How
it.
do they get murdered?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
That literally makes 0 sense.
So they were charged with murder because they I guess they were arguing that they caused the death of their friend by breaking into that house.
Absolutely
I don't
not.
agree.
I don't think. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't agree that it was okay to break into the house, but I don't see how they could get murdered.
So this was 5 years ago. I believe they were around 14 or 15 years old at the time too.
What?
So they were juveniles.
Underage, charged for murder. That is
So
absolutely
we'll go back to where I work.
Insane.
I found a guy with a gun and cocaine taped under his ball sack, and he got nothing.
Wow.
But these kids are being charged with 45 to 50 years.
How old was that guy?
50.
So
that's Ohio, and then Indiana, you break into a house, your friend gets murdered for breaking into that house, and you get charged for murder.
I'm happy I live in Ohio.
So they were on Dr. Phil. Are they still in jail then?
They
Did-
were,
did something-
yeah, it was a broadcast they were in prison.
Damn,
What?
that sucks.
That is, there's no way.
So, yeah. I saw that today, and I was like, Brooke was asking me questions about it. I didn't understand. I didn't have any answers for her, so I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts on it.
My thoughts are that they shouldn't have. I mean, at that age, I'm not saying they shouldn't have got anything, but truly at that age, you can't charge anybody with anything. Now, I get if they actually killed somebody, that's different. But when you're with someone running away from a crime scene or a breaking and entering, how can you get charged with murder?
How much would you get just for the breaking and entering?
At that age,
time.
nothing.
You can do some time for that. I mean,
In juvie.
yeah, if you're tried as an adult. I mean, it depends. But for them simply breaking into a house, I don't think they took anything. And then, to add even more bizarre to the story, the one kid wasn't even in the house. He was outside. And they asked him, well, was he like a lookout man? They said, no, he was just outside. He didn't want to go in.
Wow.
That is.
No.
I mean, I don't see how that could go through a jury.
We'll post the link to the story, but I watched.
So they're still in jail. No trial is going on or anything. They're in
So
jail.
I
It's
believe they were up for a parole hearing in a couple years, but yeah.
done. Wow, that blows me away.
I'm assuming now that this story is out. I don't know how much it was popular
Yeah.
back then. That they're gonna have a lawyer contact them, and I don't know if that was kind of the idea to get them on the Dr. Phil show. But I just saw it and I thought it was kind of crazy.
Don't get me wrong. I don't defend them for breaking into somebody's house, but
I mean,
at the
they
same
were
time, I do
14
defend
or
them that
15.
they should not get life essentially in jail. Because I mean, 45 to 50 years, you said.
Yeah.
So they're 65 years old when they get out of jail. That's no, that's
And to be
ridiculous.
charged for murder in Ohio, it has to be a pre-planned event. You can't just. I don't know if I get mad at you right now because you threw a can at my head or said Baker Mayfield's a good quarterback, and I killed you, I wouldn't be charged with murder. I'd be charged with manslaughter.
What's the difference between murder and manslaughter?
Murder is a pre-planned event. So
What's
if I
the difference?
walked
How do they
in
know
here
if you pre-planned?
knowing that I was going to kill you today, that would be murder.
What's the difference in the end, though? Like time-wise in jail?
But manslaughter, you can get 5 years for manslaughter, depending
So
on how you do
you
it.
and I are arguing over a football game. You kill me, you could get 5 years.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Because it was
What?
more of a fit of rage. Now, I would get more than 5 years on that, but that's the minimum you could get down to 5
That blows
years.
me away. If you kill
But in Indiana,
someone,
you would get, I'd probably be to the electric chair. I don't know.
this is how I feel, at least. If you kill somebody, no matter what, under the influence, unless you're defending yourself, you're truly in harm, or somebody breaks into your house, they're on your property. Outside of that, or a car accident. If it's a car accident,
What
like,
if it's a car accident and you're drunk?
oh, then done. You should be in jail for at least, at minimum,
20 years.
Like
See,
20
that would
years.
fall under manslaughter. It'd be vehicular
There should be no
manslaughter.
difference to me, murder and manslaughter. There's no really difference. I think any murder, manslaughter should go through a trial, and the judge and jury decide. But at minimum, 20 years. Maximum, death penalty. But how you can kill somebody one and get 5 years, and how you can not kill anybody and get life in jail for somebody else killing your friend after you guys broke in, come on, I don't get it.
Yeah, well, how do you find cocaine under somebody's balls and they don't get nothing?
All right, well, that's the Cincinnati, Hamilton County for you.
They just said, you
So
know what?
They ignored all charges.
probably
you
need it
found
more
them on
than
his
we
balls?
do.
I didn't. So I found the gun on him. It was the guy that we talked about this on Ranger Time, and then the jail, because he was in there on a felony, strip searched him and found the cocaine under his ball sack.
Nah, I was really hoping you found his balls.
I think I
His
knew where his balls
or
were.
Yeah. I say, were they lost?
I was just,
Hey man, are these your balls in the back seat?
I'm just picturing Matt on the side of the street, an old guy, and Matt's doing a little search down, pat down, grabs his junk. It's like, what's that? It makes him take his pants off.
They ain't my balls.
Cody loses his every now and then. You know, he'll go out on Saturdays and be like, "Hey, honey, can I have my balls tonight? I'm gonna go out with the boys."
easy. Wait till you get
I'm
married,
gonna
Connor.
have
You'll understand.
no comment.
Yeah,
Yep,
because he
'cause
knows.
Matt does
He
the
knows
same
damn
thing.
well. Yeah, married people, you know how it is.
You know, I don't blame that guy who tried to rob the bank. I'm sure he had his reason.
You can do what you gotta do. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, that's gonna wrap things up here at Cavemen Media. We appreciate you guys listening to this podcast. Again, we're searching for a fourth, so look out for that application. Fill it out, send it to us. We'll get back to you. Also, send us your questions. #AskTheBoys at Cavemen Media. We'll give you some advice, some life tips, whatever it is, any question at all. Send it to us. Make sure you check out our other podcast at Extra Football XFL for all things XFL. Look out for future giveaways. Look out for the March Madness Tournament Challenge coming up. We appreciate you guys listening, of course, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. He is at Matt the Ranger, at Real Connor Gray, and myself at SportsDad Ohio. Have a good weekend.